Amiibo have a bit of a weird release history. As I've already discussed, we've seen the traditional Amiibo figure come in mini-series like Smash Bros, Animal Crossing, Kirby, and the like, but what we haven't yet discussed are the Amiibo that never hit the West. Japan-exclusive Amiibo are few and far between, but they're very bizarre nonetheless, and it really gets one wondering why we haven't seen them here in the States. Well, to start off, this should make it pretty obvious. One Piece Super Grand Battle X, a Japan-only fighting game developed by Bandai and a company called Gambarion, had Amiibo compatibility. The game is based off of the One Piece anime, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's an incredibly popular anime series in Japan, though I'm not well versed in anime, so that's just info from an outsider's perspective. This is one of the few Japan-exclusive Amiibo-compatible games that unfortunately doesn't appear to have an Amiibo based off of any of the characters. Rather, if you tap in Select Smash Bros. Amiibo, you'll unlock costumes for certain characters in-game that give them special abilities based upon the character. These costumes look absolutely ridiculous though. I feel like that may have been the point, but I love stuff like this in games. Just look at the Mario costume, it's so dumb. The next Japan exclusive is possibly the most infamous, specifically for being up there in the most expensive Amiibo of all time, ranging anywhere from $200 to $400, all of this for a Boxboy Amiibo. QB is easily the most simplistic character design in the history of gaming, and it's just such a basic Amiibo overall, which made it an especially bizarre case of an Amiibo that I really don't understand why it was a Japan exclusive. Perhaps HAL thought it wouldn't sell very well in the West, but judging by the overwhelming response now, I don't know about that. I mean, it is entirely possible that if it were to be released outside of Japan, that it could flop horribly, as I don't think Boxboy is nearly as possible as some of their other games, wink wink nudge nudge, Kirby. It just seems very odd to me that they would choose to release it exclusively in Japan. Maybe the series is bigger in Japan, I don't know, I can't find much info on the series' sales numbers, so I can't be certain, but what I can say is the actual functionality of the Boxboy Amiibo is pretty minimalistic if you weren't already expecting it. Tapping it into Sayonara Hakoboy, known as Bye Bye Boxboy in the West, unlocks a Game Boy screen filter for the game, as well as a new costume. I believe the specific costume you unlock is a QC costume. Info on the other games it's compatible with is a tad scarce, but you can also use the QB Amiibo in Smash Ultimate to receive a spirit of the character, and as for any other notable Amiibo functionality, Kirby Battle Royale gives you a QB-themed bomb copy ability hat, but there's one little detail I want to point out here. Why is this functional in the English version of the game? Am I overlooking something or what? Because like, leaving in a function for a Japan-only Amiibo to be compatible with the English version seems oddly pointless. I don't know though, perhaps there's some other way to unlock the costume that I'm just not aware of. The next Amiibo was one that I couldn't find much info on, like, at all. Silver Raffian and Cheval is an Amiibo made for use with the 2016 3DS title Monster Hunter Stories. Unfortunately, I have genuinely no clue what the Amiibo does, just that it's one of the few Amiibo that's colored silver because why not? I don't know what the fascination was with making silver and gold Amiibo, especially since these Amiibo didn't do anything all too special, but that's a story for another day. Similarly, there's a Gold Rider Amiibo for Monster Hunter Stories, but again, I don't know what to tell you. The combination of an Amiibo name that isn't very searchable and a game hardly anyone remembers is a very poor one at best. Alongside this, the more recent title, Monster Hunter Rise, has a few golden Amiibo of its own, but the catch is it was part of a promotion for the game in Japan, as you should expect by now. Now, before you charge at me with your pitchforks in the comments, these aren't technically Japan exclusive anymore, but they did start out that way, so I'm still counting it. The rundown is that Capcom formed a partnership with 7-Eleven, where anyone who purchased a Monster Hunter Rise download card at the store between January and April would receive in-game items, as well as a ticket for a raffle with 7-Eleven prizes themed around Monster Hunter, including a golden set of Monster Hunter Amiibo. From what I can gather, the number of sets distributed in the raffle is currently unknown, and even more odd is that I wrote this script a few months ago, but only recently did Capcom start a similar raffle, this time for Americans. The major difference between this raffle and the Japanese raffle, as far as I know, is the prize pool of Amiibo being 15 in total, with there being 10 winners. There are 9 Amiibo in total for Monster Hunter Rise, and 6 for Monster Hunter Stories 2. More specifically, a Magnamalo set includes including silver and gold variants, same with Palico and Palamute, and as for Monster Hunter stories, there's Ina and a gold variant, alongside more of the same with Razewing Rafa and Tsukino. According to the site, these unlock special layered armor in their respective games. I'm a little bit surprised that they're offering up that many amiibo in the prize pool, but needless to say I've entered in it. If you want to enter in it yourself, you'll have until August 7th. Keep in mind though, if you're not an American citizen, you unfortunately can't enter. Despite the amiibo now being introduced in the States, I don't believe Capcom is intent on selling the silver and gold variants of these amiibo, which could make the Monster Hunter Rise set of gold and silver amiibo a strong contender for the most rare amiibo, rivaling that of the QB amiibo. The circumstances of its release are just so funny to me for some reason. At the very least, this set does have an excuse to be golden though. For our last stop of the day, we have I'm not even gonna try pronouncing that, Powerful Pro Baseball, a baseball game. I don't have much to say about this one, just that it's the only Japan exclusive game I know of that has amiibo cards, making it kind of interesting I guess. The game comes with one amiibo card from the series, and I'm under the assumption that they sell the rest in packs of 4 or so. Yeah, that's literally it. There's no interesting amiibo functionality for this one. All in all, that's the majority of the notable info I can find on Japan exclusive amiibo and their functionality, and just exclusive amiibo in general. This was a super fun video to research, giving me a lot of newfound info on games I didn't even know much about. Currently, I'm still trying to figure out the format I want to take with this series, but I hope you enjoyed today's episode regardless. Let me know your thoughts, and if you have any suggestions for amiibo-related topics or stories I could cover, tell me about it in the comments. I've been Wyrlwind, thank you for watching, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one.